Bonkers. He is a dog that I had when I was just a little girl. Guys, would you indulge me while I tell you a story? It's very brief, it won't take long. And I would ask for some grace as, my family didn't know that what we fed our pets was bad for them. Heck, we didn't even know what we fed ourselves was bad for us. Thank you. Well, we would feed our pets our leftovers. And one night, as I recall, we had spaghetti. And so I was doing my chore of scraping all of our plates into Bonker's dish bowl and sitting it down there. And of course, my next job was to admire my cute little dog as he ate. And so there he was, both his little paws in his dish, snatching through the spaghetti as he ate and ate and ate. And it wasn't long before we started seeing his belly kind of swell out and he started to whimper. Bonkers was full, but he wouldn't stop eating. And every time we tried to intervene, he would growl at us. Now, mind you, he was growling at us while eating. He wasn't going to stop eating. But we did manage to get the spaghetti away from him. But it makes me wonder, doesn't it you? Our food industries are paying scientists to create their foods so that they're addictive to us. So we keep coming back for more and more. And so it seems that same effect was on Bonkers. He was not eating with purpose that night. He was addicted. And so it is with us. We have stopped eating with purpose. Hey guys, my name is Susan and welcome to my channel. If you are new here, I have been living a ketogenic lifestyle for a year and a half, and you can catch up on my health journey by watching all my other videos, which I will post here somewhere on the screen at the end of this video. Well, as you know, we all are used to using food as a way of celebration or comfort. From weddings to funerals, heck, sometimes just to connect with somebody for 30 minutes, we schedule a lunch date with them. Food is at the center of most everything we do anymore. And, we have stopped looking at food as what it is, fuel for our body. Instead, we look at it as a hobby or a comfort. And I believe that this is one of the reasons why metabolic diseases are on the rise, such as type 2 diabetes and other unnecessary diseases. So, let's be honest. When you think of food at a wedding, a party, or a funeral, do you think steak and vegetables? No. You think cake, cookies, ice cream, pizza, tacos, and on and on and on. It's all the high carbs and sugary foods that tend to be there. And there's a reason for that. It's because when you eat high carb, sugary foods, you spike your blood sugar, which does give you a quick energy boost. And it also releases dopamine in you, which is giving you a temporary high. And it makes you feel good. And you know what? Your brain remembers that sensation. So later on down the road, when you're feeling sad, depressed, stressed, your brain will come to you and it'll be like, hey, you remember when you had that cookie a few days ago and it made you feel really warm and fuzzy on the inside? Yeah. Why don't you go over there and eat that cookie? It'll make you feel better. And there you go. You're off to eat that cookie or whatever it is in your case. And the more you do it, it becomes a habit. And of course, the more you do that, the more you need to get that same hit that you're looking for. That's how addiction works. Look at the 2190 rule. Are you familiar with that? If you're not, the 2190 rule is this. It takes 21 days to form a habit, and it takes 90 days to make it a permanent lifestyle. So you see, it doesn't take very long, whether it be good or bad, which is why the majority of us are emotional eaters. We started off recognizing that dopamine hit as a feel-good sensation, so we went back for more and more and more. And before you know it, we made it a permanent lifestyle. So that's how, we become emotional eaters. So I think it's in our best interest if we reteach ourselves to eat with purpose. And you might wonder, well, Susan, what do you mean by eat with purpose? What I mean by that is simply learning to look at food the way we should be. Food as a fuel source, and that's it. Now, that doesn't mean we can't enjoy our food. We have taste buds. We're allowed to enjoy our food. But we need to view it as what it is, a fuel source, and not for comfort or an emotional support item. Okay. And so, how do we do that? Well, the way we do that is by removing carbs and sugar from our diet. Now, that might be slowly getting rid of them or jumping right in. But either way, you take out the carbs and the sugar from your diet, and as you take them out, you replace it with fat and protein. Fat and protein are the two nutrients that we do need. We don't have to have carbs. And fat and protein will not spike your blood sugar. It will actually help stabilize you. And in doing so, it allows you to feel in control and it gives you a sense of calmness. Okay. And it allows you to be satiated. So you're not always looking to shove something in your mouth. And, here's the thing with that, this doesn't mean that you'll never have an urge to eat when you're depressed or sad. A few days ago, I was feeling depressed. And you know what? I messed up. I went and ate a salad. That kills me. I know that sounds ridiculous. Oh, Susan, wow, you really messed up. You ate a salad. But, and yes, it could have been a lot worse. But here's the thing. I still ate salad out of an emotional response. I wasn't hungry. I wasn't eating it for fuel. I was eating it as an emotional support. And you can eat the healthiest of things and still make it bad for you. If we're eating when we're not hungry, we are overeating, which is bad for us. And so, in that sense, that salad was a really horrible thing for me. And I used to binge eat, and if you saw my video on that, you'll know that I told y'all about how I would binge eat like whole boxes of Little Debbie snack cakes in one sitting. I mean, it's no wonder I became a diabetic, right? But anyways, and I don't do that anymore. But that just shows you that under the surface, I still struggle with that emotional response to wanting food. And so here is a step that we can all put into practice, including me, on how to prevent this. So when you get the urge to eat, there's three things that you need to ask yourself. Number one, are you stressed? Number two, are you depressed? And number three, are you truly hungry? Now, we might have forgotten what true hunger feels like. So here is a few ways to tell if you are truly hungry or not. Number one, that rumbling in your stomach. Number two, as time passes, you think more and more on real food, like meat and vegetables, and you can't get it out of your mind. And then number three, maybe you're feeling weak and tired, exhausted. Then you may truly be hungry. So now let's go back and look at those three questions. Are you stressed? Are you depressed? And are you truly hungry? Now, if you answered yes to one and two, or both, and no to number three, it's an emotional response. Now, if you answered no to one and two, but yes to three, go eat. Don't be afraid to eat. That's what food's for, to fuel us. And if you are hungry, go eat. But if you answer no to number three, don't eat. And sometimes if you just take that pause, that moment to think this out, that whole urge to eat will pass. And sometimes you'll need to go out and walk. Sometimes it can take a craving about 30 minutes to pass. So give it time. But if we can recognize the difference between an emotional desire to eat and a true hunger desire to eat, I think this will help us on our journey. I hope this has helped. What are your thoughts on emotional eating? Have you been affected by it? Let me know in the comments below. Well, my friends, it's been a pleasure, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.